E-Butter go crazy.
Country need another one. They like country need another one. Quasi going crazy.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up.
Turn me up, Jay.
Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you a hating nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Hit my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real nigga. I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the Braun on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the me.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on my 5 stars of the week. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, guys, I decided to go live from the desktop. Now, listen, this is what I want y'all to see. I want y'all to start thinking from my point of view, and I think it will help y'all be able to give me recommendations. When I go live from the desktop, I don't get the YouTube don't push me out in the algorithm. So as you see now, usually I have 30, 40 people in here immediately from my phone. But the sound, all that is very clear. I get to go and bring up everybody's comments, but I'm only gonna have like 25 people in here, 30 people. And I'm trying to grow. So just because you like to see the comment pop up, it doesn't make sense for me business-wise to expand. So that's why I've been going live from my phone. It's not that I don't got no equipment. I'm not getting emotional. Just saying. Okay, let me I want to keep that. All right. So guys, I appreciate everybody being here. Let's see who we got in the building. Guys, let me fix this camera. I don't like the way the camera is. So you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna keep it that way because I'm not gonna get up. Sports Dog in the building says TD. I got here on time. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. Sports Dog says TD 18 PPR Superflex. My guys are quarterback or Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, running backs are Dobbins, Barkley, B. John, wide receivers are Juan Jennings, George Pickens, Nico Collins, Terry McLaurin, and Kate Otten, and the rest on buys. I think you got a good team, bro. Yes, sir. You got a good team. What's going on, Harabi? What's going on, RG? What's going on, guys? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cutting edge content. Cutting edge content. Hey, guys, let me know in the chat. Do I need to adjust the camera? Is it off? If the camera is off, I adjust it. If not, I'm going to keep going and go through my starts and sits. Just let me know. Okay. Camera is good. All right. Okay. Thank you, Harambe. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. So the first guy I want to talk about is going to be my quarterback start of the week. It's going to be Tua. It's going to be Tua. Now, the reason why, guys, hold on, let me see something here. Let me pull up my notes. Okay. So, the reason why I'm starting Tua is ever since he's been back, this offense has been getting a little bit better, and better. Tua looked good last week. Tyreek got his touchdown. When Tua's on, Tyreek is scoring at least one touchdown. So I think Tua, guys, is a great streamer this week. And you could call it streamer, but he should be out there on your waivers if you don't already have him on your team. But I believe Tua playing the Patriots, they are weak against the pass. So I believe these pass weapons going to Devon A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, and Waddle, and even Jonnu Smith would be able to eat. And I think you can see Tua with 2 to 3 touchdowns this week. The only thing that could take Tua value down is Devon A-Chain or Raheem Mostert rushing touchdown. That's the only thing. But I believe Tua can throw for 2 to 3 touchdowns, and that's why I like him as a start this week. And I know a lot of you might not. Well, should I start Tua? Should I go to this guy? Should I go to this guy? Because Tua hasn't been doing his thing. But I believe that moving forward, I think he's a good start, especially if the matchup is good. And the better the Tyreek is playing, the better these weapons are playing, the better Tua looks. I think you just got to move Tua back into that top 12 spot that he was in the beginning of the season. Yes, sir. Is in your face a little. Maybe move to the left slightly. Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Harambe. Hold on, let me try to fix this. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. Is that a little bit better? Let me go down just a little bit. Let me move the camera down. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, maybe that's a little better. All right. Okay, that's too low. Sorry about this, guys. I haven't used this camera in a long time. All right. Still a little bit. All right, let's look at that. Okay, that's good. That's better. That's better. Appreciate that, Robbie. Appreciate that, bro. All right. So, yes, guys, I love Tua. Tua is my quarterback starter of the week. Let's move on to my running back starter of the week. And it's going to be Tuba Hubbard. Now, listen, this is why I'm brought up Tuba Hubbard. I know he's playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. But it's Tuba Hubbard. And matter of fact, guys, let's bring up Tuba Hubbard. Let's bring up his game log. I want to bring up his game log. All right, let me put Tuba in here. And I'm going to share the screen with y'all. All right. They'll pull him up. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's not going to break up his game log that way. Let me see. There we go. Okay, it's got a few games on here. No tough matchups. Okay, I'm not going to do that because it's going to take too much time. But guys, even when Tuba didn't have great games per se, he still was getting 15 to 20 touches. To me, I'm not going to sit a running back for a matchup when this guy's touching the ball 20 times and he's getting all the goal line carries. If you telling me that Carolina's not going to score, then I can say, guys, don't start Tuba. I'm not even capping. If y'all think they're not going to score, then don't start Tuba, because if they don't score, he's not going to have a good fantasy week. I think they can put up 10 points, 14 points. This Kansas City team is tough. That defense is really good, but Bryce Young is playing under control. He's coming off a bye week. They've been scouting the Kansas City Chiefs for the last 2 weeks. Everybody saw the little they lost last week, so that people going to feed into that. I think Tuba could get a big play, and he could get a rushing touchdown, and that's going to put him as a top 24 guy, and that's why I'm starting. Tuba has also been a buy low for me. So I'm just staying true to what I've been saying, and I feel good about starting Tuba. I got to get Tuba in my lineup. I'm not going to sit Tuba. So I believe Tuba is a sneaky start of the week, and if you are worried about that, I don't think you should be. But if you want to sit Tuba because you have 3 or 4 other good running backs, that's fine too. All right. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on to my wide receiver. The wide receiver that's going to be my starter of the week is going to be Christian Watson. Yes. And so there was other wide receivers that I thought I could mention, but if I'm going to tell you to pick him up off waivers, he's just had a good game. It was only 4 targets. Then I might as well stay true if I'm going to tell y'all to pick them up off waivers, but I can't tell you to start them. So I'm telling you, if you got better wide receivers, start those guys over Christian Watson. To me, this is the tier that he's on. Cedric Tillman, Xavier Leggett, Xavier Worthy, Quentin Johnson, those type of guys. So I'm starting them over those guys. Now, if you're going to like Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, then no, I'm not putting them in that category to start them over that type of platform. But I will start them in the flex play over guys like Quentin Johnson. I'm gonna play him this week. I like the upside. Now, I'm not telling you to sit Quentin Johnson. This is not about Quentin Johnson. I'm just telling you the tier that he's in. He's a different type of player. He's boom or bust, but I think he's a boom or bust that you got to get in your lineup. Remember what J-Mo did last week? A lot of you don't like playing those guys, but I always try when I see J-Mo, Christian Watson, I think about it. I'm like, listen, guys, that's upside. This is how you win fantasy. Don't be used to just playing guys that's getting 8 to 10 targets and they safe. They're not going to really get no big play. Big plays win fantasy weeks, in my point of view. That's just how I see it. Sorry about that. My mic failed. So, yes, Christian Watson. All right, let's move on to my tight end. My tight end starter of the week is going to be Jatavian Sanders. Yes, Jatavian Sanders. The reason why is Kansas City, guys, the only kink in that defense would be against tight ends. They've been giving up. They like last place against tight ends. Fantasy tight ends score a lot of points against the Chiefs. Now, in real life, does it really matter? No. They already beaten the team, so they're not worried about a tight end going out and catching 6 balls for 75 yards. They don't care about that. But in fantasy perspective, we care about that. So I like Jatavian Sanders. So you know that Bryce Young is a short guy, right? Pause. Like he's like 6 foot 5'11", if he's that tall. So when you have 6'6" guys, 6'7" guys, those are guys that short wide receivers like to target. Russell Wilson did it for years. DK Metcalf, tight ends, he looked for those guys because he can see those guys behind the offensive line. So I think Jatavian Sanders is going to be a great safe blanket for Bryce Young. So I'm playing Jatavian Sanders this week. I'm streaming him if I need a tight end. If I had Taysom Hill and I got to go to the waiver wire, I'm going to get Jatavian Sanders or Will Disley, somebody like that. I don't mind streaming those type of guys. So I like Jatavian Sanders as a sneaky streamable tight end. All right, let's move on to the flex. My flex starter of the week, and it's going to be Jalen Waddle. Yes. Now listen, one thing I'm learning, I try sometimes to appease my subscribers, and I want to be able to give y'all guys that y'all feel comfortable with. I don't want to push you away with picking players because I have picked the right player and kept talking about him, and people just kind of like I don't want to play that. And so as a content creator, I have to learn how sometimes just to give, if you want a dog bone, just give you the dog bone, right? But I'm Fantasy Good Sports. I'm TD. I'm cutting edge content. I'm sorry. I'll go down with the ship. I'll lose everybody by picking the guys that I came up with inventing my channel, right? Waddle. In order for you to catch his boom game, you got to play him. So right now, he's a flex play, and you know that he's a squeaky wheel. Hey, man, I need some targets. I'm making $100 million over here. When y'all gonna give me some targets? I ain't hit outside of week 2. I ain't had a good fantasy week. I ain't had enough targets. So he's gonna have a Jobu game where they're gonna go and get this guy 7 to 8 targets and make sure he score a touchdown. I believe it's coming sooner than later. I'm playing Waddle. I think he's a guy that you can put in the flex and just play him every week. Now, listen, I understand a lot of you play in like different type of leagues, and you can't play that type of strategy. You have to try to get the best guy who's gonna get 15 targets. I don't play in leagues like that. And even when I do, I still leave room on my team for Christian Watson and Jalen Waddle to boom. So if somebody said, TD, can you play MVS? I don't got to sit Malik Neighbors to put MVS in. I ain't got to sit Tyreek Hill to put MVS in. I got a spot right there in the flex, and I don't got nobody really pushing them. I got a bunch of backup running backs like Zach Charbonnet, maybe Jonathan Brooks, but I can put MVS in. But if you got JSN, Tyler Lockett, Xavier Leggett, Terry McLaurin, it's no way you ever going to be able to get Water in your lineup because he's giving you 3 or 4 points. So how you going to get him in when Terry McLaurin is having good weeks? You're not going to be able to. And then you wonder how somebody was so smart to go put Taysom Hill in their lineup or put Water in their lineup or put MVS in their lineup. They just did it. They left room. They didn't have to play matchups. If you're playing matchups, even me, I'm not going to be able to put Taysom Hill in my lineup of Jalen Waddle because it don't make sense. Like, man, 4 points, 5 weeks in a row. Man, I'd rather go with Tyler Lockett, who at least give him 10. I'd rather go with this guy. He'll at least giving me 8. So I think Waddle is a guy that you need to put in the flex. If you got Waddle and you deciding what you're doing with him, and he's better than a lot of those players, go ahead and put him in the flex play. So I hope that makes sense. Also, I want to speak to guys. The last video, I gave some stats to go to what I was saying. Just real quick, just to show you, I got a comment. It could have been a troll, but I gotta express this because everything is a teaching moment. Everything is a teaching moment. So even for myself, I'm not saying I need to teach and I don't need to be taught. No, I'm learning too. But a guy said, "Hey, I'm not coming at you, man. Don't get emotional. Just the cover up. That's the new word now. That's why I have to correct people in the chat because people starting, everybody come in, then they want to say, don't get angry, don't get angry, don't get angry. You would pitchfork me with that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What the guy said, he was like, hey man, you use stats. I thought you said you don't use stats, bro. You confused. I use stats just to show you, like, guys, I can use stats. And then the guy comes, I know this is a random guy. I think he watched the channel. He is a subscriber, but I'm like, really? So, guys, I can use stats because I use the stats in my mind, but I can give out a tangible, real number to make it be correct, right? To make it all make sense. So it's no stats going to the full scope of what I'm trying to say. There's no stats that's going to tell me to play Jalen Waddle other than the field or to play Taysom Hill. I've been telling y'all to play Taysom Hill and pick up Taysom Hill the whole year, but you don't see that in the comment section. And I'm not talking about to the loyal subscribers, but you don't see, we don't care about that. You stuttered. You stuttered on that video. Don't get emotional. You stuttered. So I'm just telling y'all, I just want to tell y'all what I'm providing for you with Waddle, Hubbard, those type of guys that I'm telling you to start. So let's get to the questions. I know why y'all came here. And also, guys, we got 33 people in the chat. I don't know what the likes is, but I appreciate it. When I do lives from my desktop, they don't flood. Usually, guys, I got 70, 80 people in here, 60 people, 50 people. It's 35 people. That's why I don't like going live from the desktop. And Harambe could tell you about that. We do lives together. And he said, man, do them from your phone, bro, if you want to grow. Because it's crazy. Man, I have been on a live for 3 hours and get one subscriber. I don't got time for that. Every time I go live on my phone, I always get at least about 3 to 4, 5 guys that come in and they subscribe immediately. But the desktop doesn't really support that. But maybe it's YouTube, whatever. It is what it is. All right. Let's get to some questions. Appreciate everybody being here. Love you guys. Straight up real 100% here. Human, everything. I ain't no buffer, ain't no cap here. Ain't no cap in my rap. All right. Let's see here. Harambe says fire. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. All right, just want to make sure. Okay. Just want to make sure, guys, I can see everything, and I got the super chats and all that. Okay. RG in the building. Yes, sir. Dean James Talley. What's up, bro? He says, can Akers, Rico Dowdle, or Cam Akers. I said Cam Akers. Cam Akers, Rico Dowdle, or Roschon Johnson, full PPR. I'm going with Rico. And I looked at his, because I was looking at Rico earlier. I got Rico on the team. The matchup is great against Washington. Washington don't stop the run that good. I know he kind of got benched at the end of the game last week, but I still want to play Rico Dowdle out of those guys. Now, Roschon Johnson does get goal line touches, but that's all, man. It's like he's not even like what I would call a honey touch guy. 1-2 carries for 1 touchdown is not going to win me the week. That's only like 6 or 7 points, man. This microphone's getting on my nerves, guys. I'm sorry about that. That's only 6 or 7 points. But Rico, up until last week, he was catching 3 to 4 passes. That's 3 to 4 points or 2 points and half-point PPR. He was getting a couple goal line touches. I like Rico. I don't think Deuce Vaughn is it. They ain't bought nobody else in. Dalvin Cook ain't even getting any more carries. I got to go with Rico against Washington out of those guys. Let me see. And you said Cam Akers. I'm thinking about Cam Akers, man. I don't know if Aaron Jones still going to play. If Aaron Jones was completely out, I might say, let's go with Cam over Rico. But I think Aaron Jones might play. So right now I'm going to go with Rico, bro. Great question. Dean James Talley. Yes, sir, bro. Tim J says cutting edge content. Yes, sir. Let's get how many likes do we got? Somebody in the chat, let me know how many likes we got. like to okay. So yeah, let me know how many what you call it. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm about to skip because this is very relevant to what I'm talking about. Thank you, Jamie. This is what Jamie says. Jamie got the stats for you. Appreciate that, Jamie. Jamie says Roshan got 42% of the snaps to Swift 57% under the new coach. He's getting 1.2 points per touch in the goal line work. Right. 42% of snaps is not good enough to me. Jamie, if you can, what is 21? Okay, so we need to get the likes up. Thank you, Harabi. I would like to see what is Rico Dowdle goal line touches. What is his percentage? If this is bigger than what Roshan is getting and he's catching more passes, I would rather pay Rico. But I appreciate those stats, man. That's good numbers right there. That's good numbers. Okay. Dixon says May or Donald. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see here. I like the Dolphins as a stream of defense. I don't want to contradict myself, but the Bears is pretty good. I just don't know if JJ and Jordan Addison is going to get their 2 receiving touchdowns, and that's what I need from Sam Darnold. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna respect the Bears defense this week, even though they gave up some stuff to Christian Watson. Still, they had a great defensive game, but Christian Watson had 150 yards, and that was the third 100-yard receiver that they gave up the whole season. I think I'm gonna go with Drake May. I think I'm gonna go with Drake May with his rushing upside over the Bears defense, who's probably been a top 5 defense for the rest of the season. But if you wanted to go with Sam Darnold, it's not a crazy or ludicrous move. It's actually a good move because he's been showing you majority of the weeks. Sam Darnold's been a top 12 quarterback. He's only had maybe 2 weeks where he dropped below the top 12. So if you want to go with that, but me, Drake May is the third quadrant. We're going into the fourth quadrant. And I want to start putting in players who's trending. Like Bo Nix is trending. You can't necessarily put guys that are being safe over Bo Nix anymore because he's growing. You got to be able to play him to catch his upside in his boom games. Same thing with Drake May with his rushing upside, pushing the ball downfield. The only thing, the Dolphins secondary with Jalen Ramsey is really good too. So I would go with Drake May because of the rushing upside. And I brought that up in the video yesterday. And I brought up his rushing numbers. And he's getting 3 to 4 points boost at an average each week from his rushing numbers. He's putting up about 30 yards a game on the average. He had a 90-yard game of rushing before he actually got hurt. He was probably going to be a top 5 quarterback that week. So I would say Drake May. Great question, though. Great question. Yes, sir. Super chat in the building. Yes, sir. TZG man. What's up, bruh? He says full PPR. Who do you like this week? Brian Robinson, D-Hop, Juan Jennings. Last week you advised Juan Jennings. I went with that since Kittle was out. Right. And I think we're going to have to go with Juan again. So it's going to be between Brian Robinson, who I think is a must start. I think Brian Robinson is a must start. Love him. I traded for him. Guys, I paid up for him too because I wanted to win. I know what nobody going to give me him for a second-round pick because he's above that, right? So I had to give up a 2026 first and a second-round pick for this year. And listen, that's overpaying, but it's not going to be overpaid for me to solidify my flex spot to win a championship. I don't care about no draft pick just to go and say I got a draft pick. I care about how many championships that I got. So that's what I would say. So I think it's going with Juwan Jennings, bro. But let me look at some stuff. Let me look at something real quick. Boy, Brian Robinson, bro, that whoo, I like him. I think he's a goal line machine. That's the honey. He's him and James Conner. Maybe David Montgomery is killing it in the green zone, bro. So I love that. Let's see here. Let's go with Jawan Jennings slightly over B-Rob. Jawan Jennings slightly over B-Rob. But either way, you can't go wrong. Either way, you can't go wrong. Appreciate the super chat, bruh. Yes, sir. Appreciate the super chat. I appreciate y'all guys, man. My loyal fans, man. I really do, man. I really do, guys. So I really appreciate that. Shit keeps me going. Let's see here. What's the next one? Okay, next one. All in one show says trade Flowers for Jennings. Yeah, I love Zay Flowers, but that ain't got. Hey, I don't got any Jennings. Yeah, that's a good move. Now listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna break down what I think Jennings' situation is. I think it's still kind of a little bit of musical chairs over there. Now, Jawan Jennings is gonna have a safe floor about 8 to 10 points, but CMC ain't CMC yet. Debo still ain't healthy yet, and they want to give Debo some targets and stuff. And then you also got Ricky, but Ricky, we saw Ricky get a 0, so we're not really worried about Ricky. I've moved Ricky down. I thought Ricky would at least get 3 or 4 targets. I see they don't care about Ricky because CMC is back now. I just don't want to trust Jennings all the way out and think he's going to be a top 12 guy every single week and think he's going to take touchdowns from CMC. When they get down to their green zone, I think they're going to CMC 90% of the time. And if Jawan Jennings don't get big-time plays and get those touchdowns, those honey touchdowns, like, okay, we're going to try to make sure we get Jawan Jennings the ball right now, I don't know if he's going to be good enough for you to be the guy that we want him to be. That's all I'm trying to say. I love Jawan Jennings as a player. I love the road that they playing him in. But do I think it's going to be consistent? I don't know. Not with CMC being healthy. But yes, I think that's a good trade. It's Jawan Jennings' role for the San Francisco 49ers is the better role than Flowers. Flowers got a nice role, but you got Likely, you got Derrick Henry, you got Bateman, you got Deontay Johnson, you got Nelson Aguilar. You got Nelson, you got Mark Andrews, you got Charlie Kolar. All these guys are getting targets. On the San Francisco 49ers, you got CMC, Debo, Kittle, and that's it. Those 3. So it's quicker to the targets for Jennings than it is for Flowers. Appreciate it, bruh. Appreciate it. Good question. All right. Thank you, Arambi. Yes, sir. Jamie says, yo, dude, what up? Long time no see. What's up, bruh? Hey, I'm trying to come on to your show, bruh. I want to come on to your show. Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here. Big Ham, what's up? He says, it's Brian Thomas Jr. This damn mic. Big Ham says, is Brian Thomas Jr. droppable in 10-team leagues? Yes. And I think you're a very intelligent individual. The reason why, and I'm not blowing smoke or anything, but you understand in 10-team leagues is different. So that's the way. But if you'd have asked me, says Brian Thomas Jr. droppable, I would have told you hell no. But when you say 10-team, yes. You can't, ain't no such thing as a sleeper in 10 teams. It's no sleeper. The sleeper in a 10-team would be CMC coming back. That's a sleeper. There's no sleepers in 10-team leagues. So Brian Thomas is droppable. You can stream the hell out of a 10-team league. You can stream. I mean, it's all about streaming. And I can tell some of you are in those type of leagues. I won't even play in a 10-team league 90% of the time. Unless it's a friend that's inviting me in the league and he kind of want me to be in that bad. Other than that, because I don't like it. I like to beat a bunch of guys. I like, I'm the best. 10-team leagues. I'm not saying they not hard because they are hard. I just like to be in 12-team leagues. The way the format is and everything. Appreciate you, Big Ham. Dixon says Pollard, Downs, or Ondunze. Okay, I don't think we're not starting no Pollard this week. After that injury, I can't start Pollard this week. Ondunze is getting some targets. I still think we got to go to Downs. I think Downs is the guy. I think AR showing us what he showed us. We got to go ahead and play Downs in this vacuum for this week and see if he can measure up again with AR. That's what over those guys. Now, if it was somebody else a little bit more consistent, then I would say, like, if Pollard wouldn't be hurt right now, because Pollard is hurt. I like Pollard. But let me see, because Tajay Spears is not going to play. But the Texans' defense is pretty good. I'm not saying they can't give up the run. I will go with Downs over Pollard. That's just me for this week. For this week, I will go with Downs over Pollard. But if you play Pollard and he's healthy, you feel good about him being 100% healthy with no ankle injuries and you practicing all week, then yes, I would play Pollard over Downs. But he got to be fully healthy. I don't want to play a running back that's nicked up, that ain't practicing, got a kind of a bad injury, but they can not practice all week and then play. I don't want to play that type of guy on the Tennessee Titans. Appreciate you, Dixon. T. Jones says, A-Rich or Tua? Tua got the better matchup. This is a tomato, T. Jones. This is a tomato. I think Tua got the best matchup. That's just me. But I'm starting A-Rich in leagues because I don't have two good quarterbacks. And then if I do got A-Rich as a backup, I'm not starting him. I'm going to go ahead and keep going with Lamar or... Actually, I am playing Tua. Actually, guys, I forgot. I do got a league. I'm playing Tua over A-Rich. So, yes, I am doing it. But sometimes I can't tell y'all what I'm doing unless you want that. I will always tell you what I would do. But that's me personally. What I do in my personal life is not what I'm doing as a content creator. And you might say, that don't make sense. I'm telling you, start your YouTube channel and start doing fantasy football. And what you do in your leagues, because you want to play Christian Watson, you can't tell another dude to do that. Because if Christian Watson don't give up or get 2 points, you okay with it. But this person that super chatted you is not going to be okay with that. So I just want you to understand that. So, but me, yeah, man, I'm playing Tua, man. The matchup is good. I told y'all earlier I had him on my streaming list. But I feel like, man, you got to make room for A-Rich because he's going to – listen, it ain't no bad matchup for him. I told y'all to play him over the New York Jets because I was nervous. I'm like, man, this shit don't hit, man. I don't care about the trollers, but I can see people pull back that follow me a lot when I give that type of information. Some of you. I was like, damn, you know what? I'm being me, cutting edge content. I don't care. I'm going down with the ship. I'm not going to try to be safe and give you – because safe answers make money. I'm telling you what it is. Safe answers keep people coming back. But I'm like, no, me saying A-Rich is going to make me where I'm the best in the business. That's what I'm saying. So if I believe in something, I'm going down with that. I'm not going to try to be safe. But I've got to give context of what I would do and what you should do. So what I'm doing, I would try to just have A-Rich as my quarterback and start him every single week. Tua has the best matchup. So if you put him in, either way, man, you're good. I don't want to keep fruit salad in this thing. But I do think you need to make room for Anthony Richardson. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to play matchup, that's fine. And you can win that way. But me and you, bro, making these decisions, we can make our own move. We can say, well, start Tua. And A-Rich go out there and go for 40 against a tough matchup. We're going to both feel bad. We might be okay with it, but we're going to feel bad. Got another super chat from Doomsday. Appreciate that, bruh. He said what he said. What up, TD? Yes, I said what I said. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Doomsday. Guys, go follow his channel. Doomsday Corner Sports. Type that into YouTube. All right. Guys, let's get the likes up. Hit the like button. Okay. Mr. Sleeper. What's up, bruh? Yes, sir. T. Jones in the house. He says, Watson, Tillman, Hunt, or Pacheco. Starting CMC, Brian Robinson Jr., Sutton, Ladd, and Otten. Okay. I like that you starting B-Rob. I like that you got him in there. See. Watson, Tillman, Hunt, or Pacheco. I'm going with Watson over Tillman this week. I like Tillman, but they say that game is going to be messy and windy and muddy. I want to tell y'all that the Pittsburgh game against Cleveland, they saying it's going to be a bad weather game. So that can make a little bit, that can help me start Christian Watson. Now listen, guys, Christian Watson is volatile. I'm not telling you, say, hey, Titty, you told me to play Watson. I'm not telling you that I got to get out of jail free card. I'm accountable for telling you this. Why would I want to play guys like Tillman in a bad weather? Well, Tillman usually would be the best guy. Why would I want to play Tillman in a bad weather game? And why would I want to play Hunt when he got to fight for Pacheco for carries? Why would I want to play Pacheco when he's coming off an injury? So the lesser of the evils would be Watson. He got all the glory at the top. Nobody else can reach his ceiling like that. I don't think Pacheco can go out and get 25 points this week. I don't think Hunt is going to do it because he's going to have to split areas with Pacheco. I don't think Tillman can do it because the weather's going to be bad and Jameis can't push the ball downfield. So I like Watson. Got another super chat from my homeboy TZ, always super chatting. And y'all see, man, I don't chastise these guys. Like guys like TZ, when I can't wait till my channel get bigger. That way I can kind of know, it helps you know the trolls a little bit better. But my boy TZ, man, he always super chatting, man. That boy didn't probably super chatted me over $100 this year or more. So I just want to show, man, I appreciate you, TZ. But TZ says, I know y'all know this already, but TD has hit on way more calls and has got my drafts to win championship just by his content. Just letting y'all know. Thank you, TZ. That helps, man. Because this is new to people. Like a lot of people used to all the bells and whistle channels because I got a lot of competition out here. Guys that's killing it. Like they're bringing. You got Sal. He delivered that YouTube algorithm friendly content. You got CBS with a lot. Them guys been doing fantasy football for over 20 years. But nobody wants to talk about. Everybody wants to talk about TD. You did this. You didn't do no stats, but they're not talking about the guys that I hit on. Guys, I hit on a lot of guys. It's crazy. Saquon, nobody said Saquon was the number one running back other than me. It was a couple guys. I had a guy in the chat, man. He revisited the video that I did. He's like, TD, man, I said Saquon and I had Devon A. Chain before the season started. I had Travis Etienne. I lost on that one. Terrible pick. But then I had Breach Hall at number 5. And I think I had Jahmyr Gibbs at number 4. Oh, you crazy, man. You talking about Breach Hall? Breach Hall going to be number 5, bro. He got to put him at number 1. And they gave me all these stats of what he called last year. And you see that stat don't even matter there, what they did last year. So does it take? What type of mentality does it take where I'm not going to take those numbers from last year and let it mess me up and put it into my content this year? It's watching the game. It's watching the game. It's also looking at context clues. Braylon Allen. Breach Hall is a good running back. I got him on some teams still to this day, and I'm starting him. But I'm not. If I can go and fade him and get another player because I feel like Braylon Allen going to be taking it on, or maybe the offense is not going to be playing that great, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and try to get somebody else at the number 5 running back spot. Maybe I want Bijan over. Yeah, and I had Bijan. I'm sorry. I had Bijan, Jahmyr. The only guy that I missed on was Travis Etienne. The rest of the guys are top 5. I don't think I'm being cocky or emotional. It's just the fact. So I appreciate these type of comments because it helps people come in like, what? Bro, he talk country? Bro, where's your stuff in the background? Bro, you're not putting up any stats. But then if they see, hey, TD, man, he got like a 70% hit rate, man. He's killing it. Oh, so this like some type of like mom and pop killer, really good YouTube channel just making fantasy football content. That's what I am. That's what I am. Appreciate that, TZ. Okay. Okay, Jamie with the stats again. Appreciate this, Jamie. Jamie says Chiefs allow 16.8 carries for only 52 yards. He's killing it. They also gave up 5 rushing touchdowns this year. Facts. So Super guys probably gonna have this is used. Let's make the math make sense. He probably gonna have 20 carries for what 65 yards, but that he gonna get a touchdown. That's what I'm betting on. And it's true, but he's gonna touch the ball 20 times. Any running back that's touching the ball 20 times, guys, you kind of can't sit him off of the 20 touches if the offense is reasonable. And this offense has been reasonable the last 2 to 3 weeks. It's been reasonable. I know you might say no one have it, but guys, actually it has. Bryce Young got his position back because he's been reasonable. They understand that they ain't still got all the weapons and everything that he need, but they wanted him to they wanted to see him get better, see him read the defense better, quicker, make quicker, decisive decisions. And that's what he's doing. So I think it's going to help Chuba up. Leggett caught a 60-yard bomb, but he got pushed out of bounds. Let's go, Chuba. Let's go, Chuba. And Chuba, bam, touchdown. Chuba got 12 points. That's all I'm trying to play for, right? Because we on bye weeks. We don't have every single running back available. Guys, share the content. I know you might want to keep me as a secret. Share the content to your friends. At least in the off season. T. Jones says Chiefs lose in the upset of the year. That, bruh, I'm feeling that. I'm not saying that just because of Chuba. They got exposed a little bit, guys. They did. They got exposed a little bit. Xavier Worthy, they got to get somebody with some speed. D-Hop, everybody's sitting on top of D-Hop routes. They don't care nothing about the deep ball with D-Hop. They sitting on all his underneath routes. Travis Kelce, they sitting on all his underneath routes. Somebody got to – Pat Mahomes going to have to push the ball downfield or do something. If not, this team going to lose 2 or 3 games in a row. And remember, each quadrant, just like fantasy, in real life, it's the same thing. You can be undefeated in the first 2 quadrants, and then you start getting your ass whooped, and you don't even make the playoffs. So you have to be trained. That's why all coaches, guys, y'all remember, y'all play sports. What the coach say, we want to be playing our best ball at the end of the year. We don't care about the beginning. You go out there and you kill a team 60-0 in the beginning. He be like, I don't care nothing about this shit. I want to see you do that at the last 2 or 3 games of the season before we go into the playoffs. And that's the same thing. So I'm not predicting no upset, but I think Kalana's going to play decent enough for Chuba to get his points. And if you want to stream a couple of those other guys, I think you can. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. Jamie says receiving Chiefs allow on average 4 catches and 25 yards and 0 touchdowns. So that them corners out there, McDuffie and all those guys, they out there balling. So he's basically saying they can be had a little bit in the run, but they ain't giving nothing up in the pass. T. Jones says bench Aaron Jones and start Hubbard and Ramondre. Yes, bench Aaron Jones, start Hubbard, and I'm starting Ramondre too against the Miami Dolphins, who they don't have a great run defense, but their pass defense is good. Harami said, "I love the water tape." And hey, guys, it's not easy to get Harami's approval. So I probably broke that down and I ain't got no highlights. I'm gonna have to go inside the video and actually probably snip it and make it a video. My water tape. Make sure y'all like it and hit and share it and hit the like button on the video when I do it, because y'all be giving like 2 likes on my video on my highlights. That's why I don't post highlights no more, because it don't hit the algorithms. I always say, guys, don't y'all know there was people who were standing beside Tupac and Biggie before they made it big, and these people had connections and they didn't try to take advantage of it? I have plenty of friends. I've told them to do this because I don't want people beside me who's successful and I didn't encourage it or I didn't embrace it, and they go on to be successful. I take pride in that. That's why y'all hear me talking about haters all the time. Anybody around me that can do anything, if you're really good with your hands, I'm saying, hey, man, shit, you need to start your own business, right? So, yeah, I'm just big into supporting people if they got a gift, and I think I have a gift for this. So you don't make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe early in my YouTube career before I actually got 50,000 subscribers, right? All right. Rodney says, I'm starting in DraftKings with confidence, and he's cheap. Facts. T. Jones says, unpopular potential benching of the week. Boswell. Yes, because of the weather. May start a dome kicker like Gay or move favorable non-divisional better weather matchup like the Cardinals kicker. I love the Cardinals kicker. They're going to be in the red zone a lot, the green zone. Agreed. Hustle Kings, what's up, bro? He said, do you like Quentin Johnson this week, bro? Listen, I like Quentin Johnson every single week with Justin Herbert. I like QJ every week. It's not going to be no matchup that I'm saying, oh, well, this is the matchup because their corners are hurt. No, I'm going to play QJ every single week with Justin Herbert. Unless I got a stacked team, and then that's okay. The QJ is a guy that you can have on the bench because nobody drafted him. So I'm not going to chastise you and say, why you got all those wide receivers? That's completely different. That's why context matters. So, but yeah, QJ, bro, if you can, man, play him every single week, bro. It's the third, fourth quadrant. It ain't the same as the beginning of the season. Stuff changed. Look at Justin Herbert right now. Okay. Dirt boy. He says, I had my game one with Brandon Audrey 64-yard field goal, but it was wiped out when McCarthy accepted the penalty against the Texans, lost by 3. Wow. That's sickening, bro. But that's why you can't get caught into like you lost and you made a bad decision. This type of shit happens. Don't worry about that. Move on, bro. You good. Everything works its way out, just like life. People die. It's not the end of the world. You got to keep moving. Hey, it's okay. It's for a greater good. Boom, I'm going to keep moving. You get in a car wreck on the way to work. It's just a terrible day. It's okay. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have went this fast. I shouldn't have went down this road. No, you don't second guess yourself. Stick to what you know, how to be safe, the way to move in traffic. Pick your players, start the guys, start your studs. Everything going to work itself out. And this thing you know, you in the playoffs, you're ready to fight for the championship. Sports Dog says, TD 18 PPR Superflex. My stars are Herbert, Barkley, and Robinson. Woo! George Pickens, Juan Jennings, Disley, Flex, McCorn, and Nico. Yes, sir. You can't get Jordan Love in there. I love Jordan Love, but I'm not going to play him over Herbert. Let me make sure, though. Let me make sure. Woo! Yeah, I would go ahead and start Herbert. I would start Herbert. The Ravens is giving up a lot, man. You gotta start him this week. But I love Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is special, guys. So if you in Dynasty real quick before we move on, go buy on Jordan Love. Like if I got CJ Stroud, give up CJ Stroud and go get Jordan Love. That's my take. Jordan Love is going to be special with his arm talent. I'm telling you. And then the way they're going to pass the ball, woo! But yes. Tillman, nope. DJ Moore, Dobbins, Otten changes. Okay. You can, let me see. I will put Otten in over Disley. I would play Otten over Disley. That's the only thing I got to say about your lineup, bro. Other than that, bro, it's superior. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Yes, sir. Robinson says, get the likes up. Hustle King says, do you like Jonathan Brooks? Don't know much, but we will see Sunday. Nope. I've been telling people that all year. People have been like, what about Jonathan Brooks? TD, what about Jonathan Brooks? TD, not you. I'm just telling you, like, this random Jonathan Brooks. Man, I'm trading Trouble, TD, because Jonathan Brooks. And I'm going to say right now, Jonathan Brooks, where is he? Listen, this has nothing to do with his talent. This has nothing to do with a stash candidate. Those are necessities. Stashing him as a player, his skill set, that's fine. But Chuba's played way too well. Let me tell you where me having a coach mentality, how I can make that decision. Because there's no way as a coach that I'm going to ever bench a dude who's a top 5 guy in the league at his position for a rookie that we drafted in the second round early. If he's playing good, I'm not going to bench him. Now, because if you do that, Xavier Leggett, Bryce Young, all these guys going to be like, you a joke. We need to fire him. We can play good, and he's still going to go with a rookie. So you have to play the best player. This is the NFL. This ain't high school where your dad bought a shirt for everybody so they're going to let his son play. This ain't high school. This ain't college that, hey, man, you played good last year, so we're going to play you even though you're playing bad. No, pros is about 2 or 3 weeks, they'll move on from you. They'll move on from anybody. I'm telling you, if you start playing really bad enough, they don't care how much money you play. They got to move on. This is the NFL. You got fans. So Brooks, bro. But as a stash, just in case something happened to Tuba, that can happen to anybody. Yes, he's a great stash. But far as him being a talent and going to take over this backfield and be special for you in the fourth quadrant, I don't believe so. But anything is possible. Martin Martinez says, nice work, bro. Thank you, bro. I switched it up a little bit. I'm like Kobe Bryant. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story about Kobe Bryant real quick. Kobe, so Michael Jordan and Kobe was getting ready. They was, playing against each other, getting ready for the All-Star game. Kobe loved Jordan, act just like him, loved Jordan. He studied him like it ain't nothing. And Jordan said, Kobe, you got my shoes on, man. How you gonna be better than me? You got my shoes on. And Kobe took it and didn't speak to nobody for 2 weeks. Nobody. I don't know. Only thing he might have spoke to his wife and kids. Rest Kobe, rest in peace. Gigi, rest in peace. He might have spoke to his family. He didn't speak to nobody. And that's what I'm telling y'all. My mentality is like somebody. You said, I can't do stats. Oh, okay. We gonna see. Oh, you think I need new equipment? Oh, this ain't going on. Okay, we'll see. I ain't emotional. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. Look at I'm a monster. I'm a win. That's why I'm at in my life. That's why I ain't on the side of the streets. I'm supposed to be. Everybody said I ain't gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be on the side of the street. I didn't come from no good family. I stayed in the house without no power, but I knew where I was gonna be at. I knew I was gonna be doing something successful. So don't take it as personal. Take it that, hey, that's TD. That's TD. He's passionate, but I'm a good person. I don't bully nobody. I never have. I'm a good person. T Jones says, having an issue signing up as a member so I can get the consultation. Would you like to get one for this week? Yes. Listen, brother, you don't have to be a member to get a consultation. The consultation is just $50, but if you are a member, you can get it for half off. This is $25 if you sign up as a Phenom member. That's the thing. So if you want it for the $25, to sign up as a member. If you can't do that, bro, then we can do one. Just let me know. Hit me up at fantasygoodsports@gmail.com and say, TD, I need a consultation, and we'll set one up. Appreciate you, bro. Mark, what's up, Mark? Mark says Lion defense or Bucks defense this week. Thank you. Bro, I don't like the Bucks defense, even though they got a great matchup. The Lions defense, they got a tougher matchup. I can't play the Lions defense against AR, man. AR, that's gonna hunt me. If I was to do that and AR show out, that's me not being true to who I am. I think this is a bad matchup against the Lions, even though everybody said, well, they're gonna shut down the run. What run? Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, they can shut him down. And you gonna shut the quarterback run down? Because he's passing the ball. He's not running the ball at you. Only time he's running the ball at you is on the goal line. So, and he got a killer arm, and that secondary can be had at times. Branch is a monster. A couple of these guys are pretty good. So, I guess I'm gonna go with the Bucks defense, bro. But I don't feel great about the Bucks defense because that secondary has been getting had. But hey, they got Tommy DeVito out there. Maybe they can get a couple of turnovers against Tommy DeVito on the Giants. Harambe, what's up, bro? He says, does Jonnu Smith deliver again this week? I don't know. I can't get a read on it. It looks like everybody's setting out to stop Waddle and Tyreek and A-Chain, and he's running free. So, bro, with that science, you got to play him. But maybe I'm just stuck on the name, bro. Maybe it's like somebody saying, hey, man, Lizzo bad now, man. She's beautiful. And I'm like, I can't visualize that. I can't visualize Jonnu Smith being the elite tight end and getting targets and breaking and running great routes. I know when you get the ball in his hands, he's great with Yak, one of the best Yak tight ends. But can he separate? But maybe all that stuff doesn't matter because his stats says what it says, man. So he probably can. I'm probably biased. Ice Cold Jones is Purdy or Collar. Purdy or Collar. I'm going with Collar. I'm going with Collar. Hope you good, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going with Collar over Purdy. I think he got more upside with his rushing. Jamie says Roschon got 42% of the snaps to Swift 57% under new coach. Okay, we did that one already. Rami says 21 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Jamie said Darius stats that say to sit Waddle this week. G Shadow only allows 3.2 receptions per game, right? For 34.6 yards per game. He shadows the second highest rate. Right. But it's a Jobu game for Waddle. And I believe with that, they're gonna find a way to get him some targets. You cannot pay this guy a guaranteed contract of $90 million and let him be running around like he's some type of rookie who was undrafted. He has to get some targets. He's got to have a good game. Does that mean that you need to start him every week? No, I'm not going to sit there and say that. I get that, right? You can't, well, just because he got $90 million, I'm supposed to start him and lose? No. But you got to be able to fault it if you got him on your team and say, you know what? This is the week. I didn't do that with Christian Watson. I try not to get in that mentality of trying to guess, is this the week because of this and this? I just kind of just play him because I got bye weeks, and it makes it easy for me to play him. Jamie says Rico 100% over Roschon for sure. Okay. Gonzalez is covering Waller. You think so? You think he's going to go to the number 2 guy? Okay, that's that old school Bill Belichick. Go to the number 2, put the number 1 on the number 2, and double team the number 1. Okay. That's a great strategy. I see Bill Belichick do that for years. I still would play Waddle, though, if I could. I still would play, but that's great information. And I know that Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, that's how they played back in the day. They would play against these top tier like T.O. They would put their number 1 corner on the other side and just roll coverage to T.O. with everybody helping and leave their one-on-one guy with the number 2 guy, which was easier for him. You ain't have to really worry about him getting any targets. Right. Facts, Harambe. Good stuff, Jamie. That is good stuff. Dirt Boy says, do I play Bo Nix or Collar? I'm playing Collar over Bo Nix. But, either way, you can't go wrong. It's a tomato situation. But I would probably go with Collar. Like Arizona, they got the sauce. I think that's the league-winning team going forward for the fantasy football championship. I'm going with Collar. But Bo Nix is not a bad start. And I won't be surprised if Bo Nix outscore him, but is it going to be by a lot of points and Collar only have 5? I don't think so, but they do play that type of game where they give to James Conner and Collar ain't got to do nothing. That does happen. But so this might help you. Maybe Bo Nix might be a better start. But for me, I'm just saying I'm playing Collar. That's easy for me. But I'm going to tell you this, man. Bo Nix, this team runs through Bo Nix. So Bo Nix going to get all the points. So, bro, actually, Bo Nix might be a better start in a vacuum. I don't think he has the upside that Collar does. Well, Collar can throw for 2 and rush for 1, right? He might rush for 1 for 60 yards and throw for 2, and they big plays 2 to Marvin Harrison, and he end up with a bunch of points. But Bo Nix, if this team is out there, he's going to score the most points out of anybody, out of Javonte, Audric, Estimate, Cortland Sutton. He's going to be the number 1 scoring every single time. And that's not true for Kyler Murray. Sometimes James Conner can outscore Kyler Murray. Great question. Great starting sit question. Jamie says, if you need a goal line guy, my co-host does a deep dive inside the 5-yard line, all mapped up in the graph. Just Google fantasy 6-pack goal line. Bruh. Guys, this is cutting edge content. You better be writing this down. This is stuff. This is why I say we are a community, right? 6-pack goal line. Got these raggedy ass pins in here. Okay, goal line guide. Thank you for that, Jamie. Cutting edge content, bruh. I want to pull you up. Hey, listen, guys. Let me know. I'm looking in the chat right now. Jamie, do you, man, you've been killing it. If you want to, man, you're welcome to come up. I can send you the link. Do you want to come up? Let me know. I'm looking at the end of the chat. If you want to come up, or if any of my members first, I'm gonna ask y'all first. Does any of the members want to come up and chop it up? Harami, do you got time? I was gonna hit you up, but I didn't. It was like I know it was like 1 o'clock, and I know you got a job. I didn't, so I didn't know. But I was gonna hit you up. Yep. So if anybody want to come up, just let me know. I'm looking at the chat. I'm gonna try to keep checking it. Jimmy's, what's up, Jimmy? Jimmy's TV says, how's Daniels come down to earth? He now has 2 games in a row with less than 14 points because he's a rookie, and it happens. It happened Joe, even Joe Burrow. Okay, got you, Harambe. You got Joe Burrow. You got Justin Herbert. You're gonna struggle, man. It's almost impossible for a rookie quarterback to come in and win a fantasy football championship. I said fantasy football championship, win a Super Bowl, which means that he's playing at elite level almost the whole season. Yeah, it's just gonna happen. I still think he's an incredible guy. I still think you should try to buy on him in Dynasty, but I mean, his team is not good enough for him just to play elite the whole season. Harambe, I tried to. Maybe if we might have to do it earlier, bro. So it might be around like 9 or 10 o'clock on your side, maybe a little bit earlier. It's just hard for me to wait all day, man, and stay focused. All right. TZ says, especially this week going against Dallas, right? Kenny says, YouTube. What's going on, Kenny? T. Jones says, Starbucks DST over the Dolphins. No, I would start. I think I would start the Dolphins defense over the Bucks. That's what I would definitely do. Even though the Patriots do got like Ramondre and Drake, but Ramondre and Drake can get off, and Dolphins defense can still have a good week. 2 things can be true. Sport Dog says TD 18 standard 6 point starts. Okay. Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, B. John Robinson, Terry McLaurin, Jawan Jennings, Njoku, flex James Conner, bench. Okay. Hub. Yep. You can't put Herbert out there. You can't get Tillman in there. You can't get T. Higgins in there. Maybe you could get T. Higgins over Terry McLaurin. Maybe. Against Dallas, I don't know if you want to do that. DJ Moore, Hawkinson, changes. No, the only thing that I think you need to keep paying attention to is Higgins and Terry McLaurin. Yes, they say he's been hurt too, Free Smoke. You're right. James said Debo is great versus zone coverage. Right. He's not great against man. He don't separate great against man. And he faves all teams who play the most zone rest of the season except week 17. Wheels up for Debo. Yes. That's good. That's good information right there. Kenny said CMC, Jawan, Kittle, then Debo, and Ricky will get more touches. I hope so. But yeah, CMC, Juan is the guys. Marlon says, hey, TD, Christian Watson or D-Hop, full PPR rest of the season. Thanks. Rest of the season, I'm going with Christian Watson. This week, I could still think about D-Hop, but I don't know. I could play D-Hop this week, but rest of the season, I'm going with Christian Watson. Jimmy said Kyron Williams has been without a touchdown for the 3rd week in a row. He's normally matchup proof. Can we trust him in the play? Yeah, bro. Don't worry about that. What I'm trying to say, man, that's like Jordan having 3 bad games, or he had a bad 4th quarter. Bro, I'm not saying Kyron Williams is Michael Jordan, but the role on that team and that offense and that offensive coordinator, I'm not worried about Puka, Cooper, Kyron, or Matthew Stafford. I'm starting those guys every single week. I don't care if Kyron only average 10 points. What other running back, unless I got somebody on the bench that I'm gonna put up with Kyron? So you got to play Kyron, no matter what's going on. This offense is gonna be scoring a lot of points, bro. Kyron gonna get his. You got to let it just play it out. It ain't gonna always be I got this trend going on and I'm getting 15 targets and 150 yards a game, and I got to get that every single game. You might get that for the first 7 games, then you may go through three to 4 weeks where you don't get it. But as long as we watching and we see him out there and getting snaps, that's fine. You got to switch it up. Teams, they start changing up their strategies. Maybe they are playing more goal line fronts to keep Kyron from getting the rush touchdown. So maybe they got to pass it a little bit more, do different type of plays, play action. So play Kyron every single week for the rest of the season, as long as he's healthy. He's got to be healthy. Jamie says, I got a few shows now. We'll get you on this offseason. I co-host a show on RPO Network now that we get like 6.5 views a week. Okay. We'd love to have you come on. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yes, sir. I would love to do it. Dirt Boy says, I like 12-team leagues too. Yeah, they just a little bit better, right? To me, in my opinion. I'm, not going to say they easier or harder. Maybe in some situations, according to your scoring, it could be. Sports Dog says, TD100, by the way, great sound and awesome video quality. You nailed it. Well, bro, it's only reason why the sound is like this, Sport Dog, is because I'm going to the desktop. But listen, we got 36 people in here. On my phone, we be having 60, 50, 70. So I get it. I just want to let y'all know, like, I know what, because I bought this equipment. This is $5,000 worth of equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. My desktop cost me almost $4,000, and I had to get a mic for $500. And actually, my camera it's a little bit more than my camera was like almost $1,000. So the stuff is good. The internet and stuff is better. All that stuff I had to get out the way, but I don't get pushed out to the algorithms. I don't got 90 people in here, which is kind of pisses me off. But it's all good. It's all good. So, but I want to do this for y'all. Usually, when I go on my desktop, I do it for my subscribers, well, not subscribers, but my members. And I usually do like a members only live. But if I want to grow, I usually need to do it through my phone. Just to let y'all context, that way y'all know, oh, okay, GD, he's going, the sound quality and all this is not that right, but he's trying to grow, so we know what's going on. As I get bigger, I can do almost all of them from the desktop, and I'm never going to be a straight desktop guy. I like doing lives from my phone, but that's the little conundrum that's going on. I just want y'all to know that. Appreciate it, though, bro. Yes, sir. Jimmy says Akers might be the only running back who isn't going to face elite run defenses over the next 3 games. Okay. Right. Akers is going to be good, but I don't know if Aaron Jones got to be out. Is Aaron Jones out? Because if he's playing, I don't want to play Cam Akers with Aaron Jones active. Jamie says, I hate Kyron, but yeah, he regressed positively down the stretch and start banging in those touchdowns. Right. That positively regression, people don't understand that. Christopher says, Odd, no QJ and the flex. I'm going with Odd, man. I know it sounds weird. I usually don't tell people to play. But it's all about Mike Evans. Y'all let me know. I haven't heard any information. Is Mike Evans active? If Mike Evans is active, then maybe we might have to pull off on pull off on Otten, playing him at the flex. But right now, man, he's been killing it. He's like almost like a top 24 wide receiver the way he's been playing. So I would put him in the flex over QJ. He's going to get more targets in full PPR. And standard, I might think about playing QJ in standard, but I still would probably go with Otten there too, because the way his volume is. Okay, so Kenny says Mike is good and he is practicing and he's off IR. All right, so if you want to go QJ in the flex, you could, but Otten's still been looking special. Now I think he's kind of replacing Godwin. I don't know if McMillan and Palmer's going to be those guys. I think it's going to be Otten that's replacing the value or the volume of Godwin. Practicing since Monday. Okay. And Kenny said, did Michael Jordan ever have 2 bad games? Probably not. I'm just making an example. Probably not. I think he might have had it maybe 1 or 2 times his whole 13, 14-year career. Okay. Gotcha, Arambi. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see here. Kenny says, I sit Kyron for Bucky at this point. I ain't no way in the world. Now listen, it's 2 different things. No way in the world I would do it. But would it hit? Would Bucky outscore Kyron? You might be right. I'm not sitting, man. I'm loyal. Listen, Kenny, how long you been watching my channel? I ain't pivoting off of you, bro, just because somebody super chat me $50. You know what? Get Kenny, kick him out of here. I'm not doing that. If you've been supporting for this long and being good for me, I'm going to play. I'm going to continue to go with that. Same thing with Kyron. He's been playing way too good, and this offense is way too good. I'm not really debating what you're saying because I get it. I just think, man, people get in trouble doing that. You are very savvy. You can do it. It's your team. But think everybody should do that? I don't think Calvin is some sit for somebody who's been playing good for the last 3 weeks. That's Kyron Williams on the Los Angeles Rams. That's just how I see it, Kenny. But what you saying in a vacuum, I can't debate it. I think Bucky could outscore him. Bucky balling. Right, Kenny. Kenny says Kyron. Okay, yeah, right. Jimmy says, you think Elijah Moore is strong flex play against the Steelers? Not this week because of the weather. If the weather is fine and is good, I would say, yeah, he's okay. He's an average guy for the flex. He's moved into that role now after 2 or 3 weeks being really good. Yeah, scoring above 10 points. Jamie says, I'm in Cleveland and the wind tonight is crazy and rainy. That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't start Elijah Moore if that's going on. Eric, he says, what's cracking, guys? A waiver wire. I'm starting Herbert with Cousins on the bye, but Bo Nix is on the waivers. Should I drop one for Nix, and who should I run with rest of the season? He says, I'm starting Herbert. You got to start Herbert. We don't care nothing about Kirk Cousins at this point in time when you got Justin Herbert. You should drop Kirk Cousins and pick up Bo Nix. That's just my 2 cents. So yes, drop Kirk Cousins and pick up Bo Nix and start Justin Herbert. And then you can play matchups between those 2. So if you got those 2 guys, I think Bo Nix got way more upside than Kirk Cousins. So yes, I would drop Kirk Cousins for Bo Nix, and then you can make your decision on a weekly basis from now on. I usually don't like to do that, but I'm just going with the question. I think you should get one quarterback, one great guy, and just play him. Sometimes you have to figure out who that guy's going to be, and I get that. So maybe you've been figuring it out. Now that you got Herbert, and as long as QJ and Ladd is healthy, check out the schedule, check out Bo Nix's schedule, check out Justin Herbert's schedule, and see which one are you more comfortable with, especially in the 4th quadrant if you are projected to be in the playoffs. Herbert easily over Nix, right? Harami says, I think Bucky's going to have a massive week, but could be wrong, but I'm liking the matchup and fresh off the bye. Right, I respect that. But just because I like a matchup for a player, I can't sit a stud like Kyron. That's just me, though. I can't do it. Kenny says, I only watch TD. Everyone else I troll. Right. You started off trolling me a little bit, and then you like, okay. He ain't gonna take too much of trolling, but I can joke a little bit. You started off trolling me a little bit, but I'm glad I'm on the good side, man. Because I think you are a hell of a troll. I think you could probably make somebody panic. Adam Field says, I like Watson, but the Green Bay receiver room is volatile. I agree, Adam. The Packers' future receivers depending on the coverage that they face. I agree. I ain't gonna rebuttal that. But I don't know the science to when Watson gonna go off. If it's zone coverage, like you did with Debo, I don't know if it's this is zone, so this is Christian, or this is Christian. I don't know that. I don't know what type of common denominator is going to tell me to play Christian Watson. Right. That's facts, Kenny. Facts. C.A. Jefferson said, say, bro, thank you for what you do. You keep it real and your shooting percentage is crazy. Right. That's what I take pride in, man. I don't take pride in I got the best sound all the time because I'm trying to grow. I gotta, if I wanted the sound and all of that to be on point and the video, I actually wouldn't even be on this platform. I would be doing a different one because it looks better when I go live straight through YouTube from my desktop. But my claim to fame, guys, you know how some guys say I'm a battle rapper or I do hooks. My claim to fame is my shooting percentage. I think the guys that I pick in the summer is better than anybody else in the business. The guys that I pick in the summer. Nobody picked Saquon as the number one RB in the summer. They said that Jalen Hurts was going to snipe his touchdowns. A lot now. I know a few people. I actually got a guy that was higher on A-Chain than I was. He talked about A-Chain all year and said he was going to do it. And I kind of like, you know what? If he stays healthy, I cannot leave that out there. And he's staying healthy. And that's what I was afraid of if I didn't draft him. Appreciate you, C.A. Jefferson. Mr. G says, who would you start for tight end, Disley or Sanders? I'm going with Disley. I would start Disley out off of that game. Kenny says, I dropped Ferguson for Disley last week. My opponent picked up Ferguson trying to hurt me. He learned a lesson. Right. So you try to play Ferguson against you. Harami says, you were high on Barkley and I was high on Henry. You right. We both knew we both like both of the guys. I was just a little higher on Barkley and you was a little bit higher on Henry than I was. But we both said that Henry could have 15 touchdowns, about 1,400 yards rushing. We both said that. I said that Barkley could be the number one RB and be like MVP and save Jalen Hurts for the playoffs. We both knew the upside. Henry was second overall in one of my drafts. Woo! Oh, you took him second overall? Okay. And everyone laughed. Yeah, I wonder who's laughing now. Even though he ain't hit the ceiling like he has the last couple of weeks, but it don't matter. He's still giving you that touchdown. You right. These are facts. TZ says last year you were on Njoku hard, bro. More than anyone I can think of. And he literally won me a chip in playoffs last year because you were so high on him. Right. And I'm still high on him right now. People still thinking that other guys are better than him. And some guys out there like Taysom Hill is special. Guys are not. That's another guy. I was the only guy. Y'all can go back and watch the video. We can do a reaction video. I can find it. And we can react to it at the end. But I said Taysom Hill. Everybody said, man, you crazy. I actually tried. I tweaked my voice and all of that, made it funny. I was like, Taysom Hill. And I'm like, Taysom Hill going to be great this year. And everybody said I was crazy. And look what Taysom Hill's done for the last 2 years. He can come in and win you a week. And I love upside boom players. I love boom, right? Just much as I like girls with big butts, I like boom players. That's just my prerogative. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Harami says 35 likes. Good job, everyone. T.A. Jefferson says need a flex play. Coker, Bateman, Tobert, or Parker Washington. I'm gonna go with Tobert, man. I like Coker. I would say Coker or Tobert. Bateman, we're not even trying to get. If Bateman goes off, I don't care. I'm not falling that. Bateman, only way we can ever play Bateman, bro, it just got to be the last guy. You never gonna really pick Bateman over guys because his target ratio and all that shit is volatile. We don't know. Coker got some nice little role in Carolina as a slot guy. He moves outside a little bit. Tolbert is playing against Washington. Their corners are not bad, but they can be had. Everybody's going to double team CD Lamb. And I think Tolbert can get one-on-one targets, and I think he can be decent. Parker Washington, I'm not playing nobody with Matt Jones. Who? Matt Jones. Who? So I'm gonna say Jalen Tolbert slightly over Coker, but if you want to go with Coker or Tolbert, that's fine. If you want to get cutting edge and go with Bateman, that's fine. All three of those guys have had decent fantasy weeks. Bateman probably had the best. I'm just gonna go with Tolbert because he's the safest one to a target. Coker, they got, you seen what Jamie put out there for the stats. They locked down on wide receivers. Bateman, man, he could boom. He could catch one ball and boom. It's crazy, but it's volatile. It could be Zay Flowers. It could be Isaiah Likely. It could be Mark Andrews. It could be Derrick Henry. It could be Lamar. We don't know who's going to be the main guy for that offense on a particular week. So I'm going to say Tolbert. And I try to give y'all fruit salad. I do fruit salads, but you need to know, do you like kiwi? Do you like strawberries? I put tangerines in here. I need to let y'all know what's actually what I'm saying, just for me to say, Tolbert. Well, yeah, I put kiwi in there, but I did it because kiwis are good for you. It helps your blood pressure, right? That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Got another super chat in the building from my homie. This is another guy probably who super chatted me for over $100. Chris Villa, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. He said, should I trade away McBride and ride with Taysom? That's cutting edge content right there, bro. That's cutting edge content. I love McBride. That was my second. It was Njoku or McBride. It could have been McBride sometimes, but it was Njoku and McBride. Those are tight ends that I was drafting in every single draft if I could get them. But what you saying, bro, that shit makes sense right there. That's how you consolidate. Hey, I'm getting off McBride, and I'm going to go get me an RB, a top RB, or a top wide receiver to help my team. And then I'm going to play Taysom and just play him every week, and I don't care what's going on. Woo! That's championship-winning moves right there. That's the type of shit that I'll be talking about. Those are the type of moves that I make on my team. I don't want McBride. You might say, well, you don't want McBride? You don't want Travis Kelce? I want to be able to get him. You take him. I'm gonna put Taysom Hill in, and then I'm gonna go. And I gave you Travis Kelce. You gonna give me who? Devon A. Chain. And I'm just thinking of names. I can't, whatever. Brian Robinson Jr., Tyrone Tracy. That's the move, bro. That's the move. I love that move. Great job, Chris. Great job. Yes, sir. I say Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. What's up, bro? Jamie says Hubbard's floor is 11. Then with that TD, 17 points. I agree. That's what I'm thinking against Kansas City, bro. Hey man, hey, that's that game that you got, bro. Hey, you right. Like I can compute stuff in my mind, and when I see it, it registers. That's why I tell y'all guys, I'm not above analytics. I just don't need analytics, but it reaffirms what I've already thought in my mind. And I think that's right. Even if I don't agree with it, I still respect it if it makes sense. As Jamie said some things where I don't want to play those guys, or I might want to play another type of guy, but his stats helps. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, this is something tangible that I can grab and actually make a decision on. For actually, and to give to y'all too. Charlene says, hey, TD, better late than never. I agree. I agree 100% with that, Charlene. Adam says Stafford has excelled with Cup in the core healthy this season. I agree. So I'm playing all those guys whenever they active. Kenny says Miami been handling business lately, right? They sneaking into their playoff at the 7th seed. Charlene says I will watch the whole video later. Right. Appreciate you, Charlene. Adam says Garrett Wilson remains a must start, but his wide receiver 1 status is slipping. Facts. I love Adam is very intelligent. I'm starting Garrett Wilson because I got him in a couple leagues. I'm starting. But is he I don't think he ever been a wide receiver 1, Adam. He's not a wide receiver 1. The wide receiver, like I said, that Christian Watson was a better wide receiver 1 than Garrett Wilson. It's because Garrett doesn't have the statue. I hate to, but his body type, pause, is not conducive for an NFL number one wide receiver. If you are a smaller guy, you better be Antonio Brown. You better be Tyreek Hill. If you small and you an average guy, and not average, but you just got a nice little skill set with catching balls, bro, people gonna lay wood on your ass, and you're gonna be, man, I'm hurt, I'm beat up. Same thing with Chris Olave. Chris Olave is gifted skillfully, but he can't take the pressure, and what I mean, like physical pressure of being a number one wide receiver. That's why he keep getting concussions and stuff, because it's a different breed to be a number one wide receiver. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. Mr. G says Watson or Waddle. That's a good one. That's a good one. Great question. I'm gonna go with Waddle. I'm going with Waddle. Watson is too volatile for me to play him over a guy that they gave $90 million in the offseason to, and Tua just came back, and they trying to get everything going like they used to be 2 years ago, or maybe I would say a year and a half ago. So I'm going to go with Waddle, because I just know that $90 million tells me targets are coming. Watson, I think they're going to pay Watson when his contract is up, but nothing tells me that he's going to get a target. So a lot of stuff tells me that Waddle is going to get targets. Is he going to score a lot of points? I don't know, but I know he's going to get the targets to do it. So I'm going to go with Waddle. That's a great question, Mr. G. Kenny says Boswell hasn't missed yet, right? But he's playing in that muddy game with the wind. We don't know, right? Jamie says Eminem was friends with Linkin Park, even had him as an extra in a video. Imagine them having a gym right in their circle, but ignored his talent. Facts. That's what I'm talking about, Jamie. And I'm not saying that I'm some talent, but you're going to wait for me to have some type of a bunch of subscribers. Now you want to come on and support the channel or give me my respect that's due, that I earn. Don't let people that's very talented be around you and you don't try to be forward. You know, I gotta give a shout out to my boy Harambe. Harambe hit me up, was following my video, super chatting, and he said, "Listen, T, do you ever need anything, man? I'm willing to come up." And just because he said that, I let him come up, because he was supporting, and I felt like he was like, "Hey, man, you got something going on here that's good, and I want to be a part of it, no matter what it is. Even if I can't come in monetary and get monetized with you, I still want to support you, man. Just know that I supported something that was built up from the ground up, and that's why Harambe is a friend of mine." Because it ain't because say, "Oh, TD, you cool and you awesome, and I agree with everything you say." Harambe do not agree with everything that I say, but he respects everything that I say, right? And I feel like he's not a hater. And the reason why I call people haters, people like, I'm not a hater, because you don't hear Harambe, he don't agree. He's like, TD, I don't agree with that, but hey, do you think you don't hear him saying these weird ass comments or anything like that? So that's that's kind of what I'm saying. And I'm going to be the same way. People come around me, I see it like Jamie. I said, "Hey, I want to come on your show, man. Jamie's very talented. Some of you guys don't even got no channel. Y'all are very, very talented in what you do." I watch him like, "Oh, this guy's smart, and he know bets, he know football, all of that." Rami says, "I'm still rolling Boswell. He's a Chuck Norris of kickers. The weather will behave itself when it's time to kick." I like that. That's hilarious. Chuck Norris should have fought Mike Tyson. That would be a good fight. Chuck Norris and Mike Tyson. I think Chuck Norris too old for Mike Tyson too. Kenny says, sorry about that, guys. Kenny says, "Last week I dropped Cole and added Boswell." Woo! Man, it's every time I draft a kicker, why I'm always looking for Cole. That's the only kicker I kind of really know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I mean, I know other guys, right? I know Audrey for the Cowboys. I know these other guys that are pretty good kickers, but I'm always drafting Cole. It's like, where's the Asian guy? And I'm gonna make a joke, not a racist joke, but if you're looking for fried chicken, you probably want to get one of your black friends to cook fried chicken. It is what it is. We know how to fry fried chicken. You looking for a kicker in the NFL? I'm looking for Cole. I'm looking for the Asian cat. I know he's working on it. I know he's intelligent. So, and I mean it all due respect too, guys. I'm not trying to be funny. But yeah, I can't drop code, man. I can't drop code. Not even for Boswell. Fat says Waddle or Addison full PPR. I'm going Addison over Waddle. I like Addison too. Like Addison's is a good player, and he's gonna get targets because they're gonna double team JJ. Tron says, as of now, my only running backs are Barkley, Monty, and Mostert. Okay, you need one more running back. Mostert. Would you pick up Gainwell to handcuff? There we go. That's the video, guys. The video coming. And that's all I'm gonna talk about. I thank you for reminding me. Let me write that down. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit now. Barkley needs a handcuff, and nobody's talking about Gainwell. And Gainwell's getting okay value even when Barkley is playing. We don't know. And this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna give a little bit of snippet into this. Barkley could get benched in the fantasy football playoffs. Barkley could be benched in the fantasy football playoffs, and guess who's gonna get all those carries? It's going to be Gainwell. I just want to remind y'all that week 17, they might not have nothing to play for. They might already got the division. They already the number 1 seed in the NFC. So why would you play Saquon Barkley or Jalen Hurts? You might play Jalen Hurts for a quarter. You might play. You can't roll Barkley out there. If he got hurt, you should be fired. If you already got everything sold up and you got the number 1 seed in the playoffs. So Gainwell, to me, guys, could be a league winner. That's all I'm saying. The rest of it is going to be on the video. Handcuff Barkley, since I have no running back depth, or stash one of these running backs. Corn, Roshan, Justice Hill, Gus Edwards. Stash Gainwell and Corum. Stash Gainwell or Corum. Now, all these guys are good stashes, but the best of the best is Gainwell and Corum. Got another super chat from my one and only, my homeboy, Chris, Co-Fit TV. Appreciate you, bro. He says, looking at Carolina's schedule, 4th quadrant, Thielen and Jatavian Sanders might be a good little move. They got some defenses that's giving it up. They do Carolina. That's why I love Chuba Hubbard. Chuba. But you're right, bro. I looked at Carolina's schedule. They got a nice schedule. Them and the Arizona Cardinals got one of the best schedules for the 4th quadrant. And there you go. That's another video topic. So let me write Gainwell and schedules. Who got the best schedules for the 4th quadrant? So Gainwell. But I've been thinking about doing that video for a long time. I forget because I got a lot of shit going on daily. But Gainwell and then okay, yeah. 4th quadrant schedule. 4th quadrant schedule. Okay. Appreciate you guys. I told you guys, we're a community, man. We learn so much together, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the super chat, Chris Co-Fit. Chris is Titty. Debo been killing me. I think I gotta see him, bro. Right. Or trade him, bro. Or trade him. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if he's just healing or whatever. I mean, he's still Debo, but I told people not to draft Debo this year. I made a video, don't draft Debo this year. That's that shooting percentage. Victor, he says, I have Josh Allen. Appreciate you being here, Victor. I have Josh Allen, Knicks, K9, Josh Jacobs, Rashad White, Jamar Sutton, MHJ. Got offered Malik, Breach, and K9, and MVJ and Hopkins. Bro, don't take fruit salad trades. Consolidate. Do 2 for 1, 1 for 2, or 1 for 1. Don't do no 3 and 5 guys. That shit, you lose value somewhere. Do consolidate the trade and make it be 2 guys, maybe 2 guys and 2 guys. I do that at the most, but I'm not doing 3 guys in a trade. That's too many people. But I would take Malik. I wouldn't take Breach or K9. I think there's better players out there that I will want over Breach and K9. In MVS, I don't know if that's Marvin Harrison Jr. but I like, okay, yeah. So I like Malik and Marvin Harrison Jr. The rest of the guys I'm not really into. Maybe I would trade Jennings for Marvin Harrison Jr. Maybe. Or yeah, that's all I can give you for right now, bro. Appreciate you being here though, Victor. He says, just worried for this week would start White over K9 and Malik over MHJ. I think you got to get Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. You got to get Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. However you can get him out there. I think this is the week that he's going to have a good week. I think that things are changed. They've been on a bye week. They got some plays drawn up. There's no way he get one catch when they've been on a bye week. That's terrible coaching. So I think you got to get Marvin Harrison Jr. in your lineup, Victor. Appreciate you being here, bro. C.A. Jefferson says, need another flex. Mostert, Wright, Deontay Johnson, and Westbrook and Keener. I'm going with Westbrook and Keener over those guys. So it's going to be between Mostert and Westbrook and Keener. Mostert is the safe one. Westbrook and Keener got more upside. I think Mostert is starting to fade out, but you can't play right now. We don't know what's going to happen between most. You got to assume Mostert has got a similar role, but I think it's fading away. All right, guys. So I kind of got to get through this because we've been going live for a long time. I don't want the video being too long, and I got to go get me something to eat too. So Tyler says Brooks is playing Sunday. Right, but he ain't gonna be playing. You think it's gonna matter for Chuba? I don't think it's gonna hurt Chuba at all, bro. I'm telling you, if they paid Chuba. Now listen, if you pay somebody and you want to put him in the backdrop, that's okay. That's what you pay guys. Look, I'm gonna pay you, man. Don't worry about the targets. Okay, that's fine. But I don't think there's no way. Why would you pay Chuba Hubbard? He was gonna play the rest of the season out. You knew Brooks was coming, so why would you pay Chuba that deal that you gave him? I don't think it matters, Tyler. But I get what you're saying. Brooks probably will play this week, but I don't think it's gonna matter. And if he get out there and he break that first carry or third or fourth carry and he go for 40 or 50, I will come back in here and say, guys, yeah, Chuba going to have to be splitting touches with Brooks. Most have lost his job. I believe so too. Brooks will overcome Hubbard in 3 to 4 weeks. He's a better athlete. I disagree with that. They pay Hubbard that type of money. If they did that, that's going to be terrible. But if he's better, he's better. This is the NFL. I agree. So we'll have to revisit that, Tyler. That's a good. We can revisit that one. That's going to be a good one. Jamie says, "Have you heard the conspiracy theory that Kobe and Myles Garrett are the same person?" No, I ain't heard that one. That's crazy. That's too crazy. No, I don't agree. I believe in some truth. I don't call it conspiracies. I don't believe that one. That's out there. Unless they've been cloned. Charlene says she love Pacheco. I don't like him, Charlene, but listen, remind me of this. If he hits and he start booming and being a top 12 guy, come back and let me know. So, TD, I told you. Also, let me know if he doesn't. If he don't be the guy. So, hold me accountable for that, Charlene. Terrell says Waddle, CD, Metcalf, Palmer, Worthy, start 3. Metcalf, CD, Lamb, and Waddle. Metcalf, CD, Lamb, and Waddle. Hustle King says, would you drop Brooks for Watson, 7-4, trying to bring it home? Yes, if you got running back depth at that, you need depth. So if you don't got depth and Brooks is the only depth you got, yes, you need to keep Brooks. But if you got depth already, then I would say, yeah, you can drop him or drop somebody else for Watson. Remember, if something happens to Hubbard, Brooks goes into that role, right? That's the thing. So I'm not going to just tell people to drop running backs who they are one injury away from getting 20 touches or a bunch of touches. Felice Johnson says Jonas Smith has replaced Water. He has the Water role. In targets and production, you're right. Or I would say in production, but I don't think he's running the same routes. But I get what you're saying. I don't think you're saying that. I know what you're saying. And yes, he is the number 2 guy for fantasy purposes that's getting the points. Not like it was last year when Water was the number 2 guy or the number 3 guy outside of Devon A. Chain. Jamie says, yes, Joni delivers again. Top 7-10 tight end. His athleticism is what is his bell cow. Right. Collins a firecracker. Facts. 47 likes now. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jamie. TD give you what the mainstream media don't. Right. TD gives you what the mainstream media doesn't. Jamie says Gonzalez doesn't play the slot where Tyreek plays 70% of his snaps. Okay. That's good information. Well, I know Tyreek is in the slot, but I didn't know it was 70%. That makes me nervous. Like, damn, Reek. I mean, it's nothing bad being in the slot, but because that's actually an advantage. But yeah, appreciate you. That's good information, bro. Kyler or Herbert. I'm going with Herbert. You got 2 guys, Mr. G. This is gonna be tough, but I'm gonna go with Herbert. I think Kyler gonna have better matchups as we move forward, so you might want to go towards him. But yeah, I would play Herbert. Big Will says tomato. Jameson Williams versus the Colts or Zay Flowers versus the Chargers. It is tomato. I would go with Jameson Williams this week. Let's put Zay a little bit behind again because of the week that he had and make him play up to it. Go with the guy who just showed you, just gave you a peep show, right? Just flashed you. Like, that's what I'm going to call it. You just got flashed. Let's go with the girl that just flashed you. And maybe next week you can go back and go to church and try to find somebody who can be consistent for you week to week, if that makes sense. Paul Wynn, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. Rami says, yeah, driving. Let's see. Jamie says, yeah, dude, I'll be a voice in the background, but I don't want to take away from your cutting edge content. No, bro, you're not taking away from it. It helps. It helps. That's what people think, that I'm all about this and this. And it's all how their delivery. I'm not a fool. I'm 37 years old going on 38. When you get 30, you forget your age, by the way. But I'm 37 going on 38. And I just know all the bullshit, and I smell it a mile away. And I'm gonna jump down your throat, pause, when I see that you trying to troll my channel in any type of way. But you don't, bro. You never troll. You just speak your facts, even if you disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. And ain't what you say, is how you say it. Harami says, let's talk this weekend. Got you, bro. Tron says, people tend to forget that Jaden Daniels just played against 2 of the best defenses in the league, Steelers and the Eagles. Steelers made Lamar look the same way. I think JD5 eats against Dallas D. I agree with you. I think he's at least top 12 quarterback this week. Did Jordan ever have 3 bad games? No, he didn't. Right, facts. Joshua says, you think Pacheco comes back this week? I think so, but either way, man, I don't think he's going to be the same player and have the same role where he's going to be fantasy startable as a top 12 running back. Big Will says, the Commanders still have an incomplete roster, and it shows against really good teams. Facts. Joe Garcia says, is Pacheco playing? I think not. Okay. I don't know, but I know he's getting close to coming back. So, yeah. Charlene says, I don't know who I need to drop in order to put in Pacheco on my bench. Yeah, it's going to be tough. You're going to have to make that decision. I think it's this week. Let's see. Kenny says, first day back, but against the Giants, man, I love fantasy. Evans, first day back, but it's against the Giants. Right. I be getting scared too in here, man, about players and stuff. Barkley says Kyron is still a set and forget it starter. Right. But it's time. But his time as a top 5 fantasy option might be over. It could be, or he could sneak back in there through the playoffs. We never know. Kenny said, yes, once I knew TD was a real one, I became a loyal follower. He says, very true, very hard to put Kyron on the bench. Sports Dog said, TD, guys, I'm a 70-year-old. Wow, I didn't know that, Sports Dog. Okay. He says, guys, I am a 70-year-old and I'm seen and heard just about every so-called football expert, but I only subscribe to TD. He knows the game, and every week he speaks truth to power. Right. Wow, bro, I didn't know that, man. You got wisdom, man. You got to put me on game, bro. Put me on game. I'm open-minded, man. My dad was like 40 some years old when I was born. So that's why I always talk the way I talk, because my dad always gave me wisdom. I'm talking about, Dad, I want a go-kart. He was like, what you need a go-kart for? You need to learn how to drive a car. Like, I had to grow up very early in my life, right? I grew up in a looker house. My dad was a bootlegger. We stayed on a road where they paved it when I was like a kid, but when my dad was coming up, it was a dirt road and it was like 5-6 miles. And so I grew up around a lot of older people sitting in the looker house drinking, and they always would lecture me and put me on game. So I appreciate being around people who got wisdom, bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Sports Dog. Kenny says, I will become a subscriber next season. That's my word. You ain't a subscriber, you mean a member. You are a subscriber, or are you telling on yourself? Now, you a subscriber, bro. You're not a member. Andre says, would you trade Lamb and Dobbins for Mike Evans and Chase Brown? Lamb and Dobbins for Mike Evans and Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown, but I don't like Mike Evans. So, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to tell you to get off of Lamb for Mike Evans. I can't do it. Lamb is going to be getting hyper targeted. He got to hit them. He got to get that money, man. He got to hit them bonuses. Diesel Fire says, if TD was homeless, he still find a way to play fantasy and go live. Like your passion, bro. Yes, sir. I'm very passionate. I'm a winner. Guys, real quick story. I was playing. So I was a real good football player in middle school. I was one of the best football players I probably was the best football player in the county. It was other guys that was pretty good too now, but I was probably the best football player in the county in middle school, going into high school. So I wanted to play varsity. And I know we needed I was faster and I was a better athlete than most of the guys that they had at the corner position, because I played against them when I was when I was in 7th grade and 6th grade in rec ball, and I was better than they were. And I got up, and the coach called himself. He wasn't gonna put me on varsity and put me on JV, and that was the best thing that happened to me. I went crazy, and I turned myself into TD that would run over guys. Don't you know? I was 185-pound back, but I would run your ass over like Mike All-Star. Say my eyes. People used to say, TD, I know when you about to run somebody over, your eyes get that big around. And so you ain't gonna put me on varsity? Well, put all your varsity linebackers right here, and I'm gonna run them over. I ran them all over except for one, and he was 235 pounds. That's the only reason why I couldn't run him over. But if you was about 210, 205, I'm gonna run your ass over. And so that's how my mind is. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. That's simple. And that's how men should be. That's how men should be in this world. James says, I also like chicks with big booties. James says, Bateman, big game this week versus defense. Who stops the run and you need to pass? Bateman, big game this week versus a defense who stops the run and you need to pass. Okay, I see the science to it, and it makes sense. Bateman could do it, man. I don't want to predict it. Lamar throw to anybody. Joey says, what's your thoughts on Elijah Moore balling with Winston? Start Moore versus Steelers over Myers or Valet and Stanton? I always start Myers over. Even though it's not an easy matchup, I would start Myers over Moore if the weather is bad. But if the weather is good and it's not raining and it's not that windy, then start Moore. CHB in the building. He said, what up, bro? How you feeling about Jordan Love and Christian Watson this week? I'm playing them in every league that I got them in. My prerogative in my personal leagues, not telling everybody else to do it. Yes, sir. Jamie says, who you trading away McBride for? I don't know, man. I'm short on time. I don't really know, but you could maybe Debo, right? I'm just giving out examples. Marvin Harrison Jr. I know they're on the same team. If I need a wide receiver, JSN. Maybe a running back like Tuba Hubbard. I think Tuba Hubbard is a good one. Brian Robinson Jr. Tyrone Tracy. Maybe I could get 2 of those guys for him. Charlene says maybe drop Otten and put Pacheco on my bench. I don't know, unless you got like a top end tight end, but I don't feel good about dropping Otten. You don't want nobody else to pick him up. Joey says, I knew you are the GOAT. I knew you are the GOAT since you started your channel. I think I was the first of your followers. Cutting Edge. Yeah, I remember you, Joey. You, Conscious Machine. You and Conscious Machine, some of the first guys that ever come to my channel. Yeah, I got to go back, man. I'm going to start posting some of y'all old comments because I can do that now. I can go find all the comments that you ever posted. Who you training, Ray? Okay, yeah, we did that one already. Sorry about that. Hustle King says, thinking about getting healed and dropping Brooks. Okay. Chris says, my team is pretty bad and not sure who to trade be brought for. I've never won a ship, trying to make my team the best possible. Okay. My team is pretty balanced and not sure who to trade McBride for, to be honest. Bruh, let me email me. That way we can go back and forth and I'll send that to you, Chris, because you just super chatted it and I want to make sure, but I can't find the right perfect guy for you. But send me a picture of your lineup. That's not for everybody. If you ain't no member, don't, because you will not get a response if you're not a member. Or I would be if you try to trick me like you're a member, you can get blocked quick. So I just want to tell it for Chris. You email me, bruh. Say, hey, this is Chris, man, and send me this question and send me your lineup and send me, and we'll find some trade targets. Swift got a growing injury. I picked up Roshan early this morning. If he's on the waivers, boys, might want to go get him the same. Right. If he doesn't play, you're right, Roshan. So go do your research and find out. You got to get off. I would start Roshan if DeAndre Swift is out. Pacheco is still listed on R. Okay. CHB says, support the realest fantasy camera. The numbers don't lie. Facts. He said, my boss is at Fantasy Six Pack as the #1 overall kicker ranker and the #2 ranker also works for the Six Pack. Bruh, so how can I get Jamie? Email me or hit me up on Facebook or somewhere, bruh, and let me know where I got to register at to try for my rankings to compete against other people's rankings. Or whatever I need to do, man, to try to show myself that I approve over these guys at Fantasy Pros CBS. What do I need to do, Jamie? Hit me up on Facebook or somewhere and let me know what I need to do. I've been looking to do that. Great name for a running back, Gainwell, right? Charlie said, remember, watch your waiver wire and watch players being dropped this week. Right. Facts. Jay Moore says, what up, bro? Late to the live. Yes, sir. But you here, though. That's all that matters. Westbrook hitting on touchdown almost weekly. Right. Westbrook and Keener is. Start 2 wide receivers, flex Neighbors, Ridley, Stevenson, Bucky, QJ, or Christian Watson. Flex 2, I would say Bucky and Stevenson. Bucky and Stevenson. You can swap out Stevenson for Ridley or Neighbors if you want to. Ridley and Neighbors can go in there where Stevenson at if you had a prerogative pick and you like Neighbors or you like Ridley matchup. But I would say right now for 2, I would start Stevenson and Bucky. Kenny says Zay has been on 1 week off for 2 patterns. Okay. Zay has been on 1 week off for 2 patterns. Right. For 2. Yeah, it's a pattern. Big Will, what was you laughing at, bro? Please let me know. I want to know. Let me in on it. I want to laugh at myself now. I want to laugh at myself. Steve, sir, says Stafford or Geno, bro. Need a W. Stafford all day, bro. Who can I sell Hawkinson for? I have David Njoku, bro. Probably nobody. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody right now that you can get Hawkinson. You might have to just drop him. He's solid. You might be able to get one of the Cleveland Browns wide receiver like Elijah Moore or something. Rainey says, if you trust him, Will Levis has one of the best schedule in the playoffs. Bengals, Colts, and Jaguars. They do. I don't trust Will Levis, though. But you're right. Appreciate that. Rainy Angels. Jay Moore says, pick up Benson off waivers this week. Facts. He should not be on your waivers. We talked about Benson already. I've talked about him. You do not leave Benson on your waivers. All right. Let's see. Rainey says, Watson has a favorable playoff schedule. Seahawks, Saints, and Vikings. Yes, sir. Especially the Vikings for the championship. I like that. Jaden or Kyler? I'm going with Kyler over Jaden. Pick 2 wide receivers: Davis, DK, Evans, Smith, and Flowers. I'm going, man. You know what, Smith? I'm getting off Smith the way y'all getting off Kyron. Y'all need to talk me off the ledge. I'm about to put Smith ass on the bench. And I'm not playing on no more. That's one of my calls that I didn't hit. I thought Smith would have a lot better season. I can't rely on him. So I'm gonna say pick 2, DK and Neighbors. DK and Neighbors. Those 2 guys are going to get 20 targets between each other, or more than 20 targets. Evans, I need to see him come out of the injury. Flowers, I need to see him have another good week. And it's just a lot of people. It's hard to put Flowers in when you have those many good guys. Kenny says, last one. Would you flex any of those wide receivers over Kyron in the flex? No, sir. I can't do it. The running backs are always going to be high priority to start if they good, even if they're going through a tough patch. If they starting, they've been good in the past, I'm going to trust it. Saquon has had some average games. I already have CMC and A-Chain and RB slot. Right. I would still play Kyron, brother. I would play Kyron. Yeah, Smith is too, man. I'm getting off of him, brother. Pause. Joe Garcia says, well, I have Hunt, Pacheco on R, every other RB on bye, picked up Akers. Okay, well, I have Hunt, Pacheco on R. I have Hunt, Pacheco on R, other running backs on bye, picked up Akers. Yeah, Akers is good to play. If Hunt or Pacheco, one of those guys don't play, yeah, you could put Akers in. I would rather see Aaron Jones out, but if you got to put somebody in, Akers will be okay, because I don't think Aaron Jones is going to get 100% of the snaps. Dowdle got dropped. What you think? Pick him up and stash him. Anytime. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all guys be safe. Peace.
Tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit.
Country for life in this bitch.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my